Same shit that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147. I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. Watch.
The countdown to Canelo versus Crawford has the boxing world on fire, and the tension just won't cool down. At the last heated press conference, sparks turned ugly when Canelo and Crawford were caught throwing racial slurs, shocking fans everywhere. The drama escalated further when Canelo was pressed about that chaotic moment, fueling even more anticipation for their upcoming clash.
I didn't. He did before. He tried to welcome me back, and it just was my reaction. That's it. I think he don't did them because he really wanted to do. I think Turki Alashi told him, you need to do something. And he did. He did. And now...
After the fiery press conference, Crawford doubled down, laughing off Canelo's wild behavior. He claimed the chaos didn't bother him at all. In fact, he enjoys the drama. With every bold word, Crawford fueled the hype, turning tension into entertainment for the fans.
Laughed at it, as you can see. You know, I love things like that. You know, it excites me. I'm more motivated than ever now.
At the previous press conference, Terence Crawford wasted no time calling out Canelo Alvarez for shoving him during their heated face-off. Crawford made it clear that the push meant absolutely nothing to him. He wasn't rattled, he wasn't shaken, and he definitely wasn't changing his strategy. According to Crawford, that moment had zero impact on his fight plan. He's sticking to his approach with total confidence, refusing to let Canelo dictate the narrative.
Nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that little push didn't do nothing, as you can see. But come fight time, we're not going to be pushing, we're going to be punching. So it doesn't even matter.
Alongside the fiery press conference, this showdown featured a tense face-off that turned into a full-blown death stare. The atmosphere was electric, as neither Canelo nor Crawford blinked, locking eyes in pure hostility. Things escalated so quickly that new boxing organizer Dana White, best known for his UFC legacy, had to step in and break the moment apart. His intervention stopped the storm, but the image of that death stare still lingers with fans everywhere. This isn't just another fight. It's a war that the world will witness only once in a lifetime. Two champions, both proven and both dangerous, are stepping into the same ring. They've crushed opponents across multiple weight classes, stacked titles like trophies, and silenced critics at every turn. For Canelo Alvarez, the motivation runs even deeper. He reflected on his battle with Billy Joe Saunders, recalling the arrogance and antics Saunders displayed before their clash. That memory lit a fire inside Canelo, pushing him to unleash raw aggression in the ring. Now, with Crawford in front of him, Canelo hinted at channeling that same anger, that same violent intensity, leaving fans to wonder just how dangerous his mindset will be.
For Bud Crawford, you know, a lot of MMA fans, UFC fans, may not have ever seen you fight before, and they might tune in because Dana and the UFC are involved. So what has it been like maybe introducing yourself to a lot of MMA fans?
Crawford's words struck a nerve with Canelo Alvarez, especially when Crawford boldly declared he didn't care about living up to anyone else's standards. To Canelo, that sounded less like confidence and more like a man trying to prove a hidden point. At the press conference, Canelo hinted Crawford wasn't just talking to the crowd. He was talking to someone specific, and it showed.
A little bit more personal because, you know, I did respect him. I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not going to do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Alashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like he walked me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I say, don't fuck with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different.
During the heated press conference, Canelo Alvarez fired back with a bold claim. He suggested that the nose injury from the last fight might have been the result of Turkey advising Crawford to walk him down. Canelo made it crystal clear, messing with him comes at a cost. Looking straight at Crawford, he warned that one wrong move could end his career, sending a chilling message that the stakes have never been higher.
Before I respect his word because he say, "Oh, I'm not gonna let somebody to tell me what I need to do," and he did. So, but you know me. Just I respect everybody, but if you f me, so it's gonna be different. You know.
Listen,
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
first
We know.
first
We
and
know.
foremost,
We know.
Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford clashed in a heated war of words that had the entire press room buzzing. Crawford admitted there were rumors from Canelo's camp designed to scare him, but he showed up face-to-face to prove he wasn't intimidated. In fact, he hinted it was all part of his fight plans. Canelo, however, dismissed the claim outright, insisting he never spread such stories, pointing instead to remarks made by Prophet's uncle as the real source.
somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of shit.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that, not me.
Crawford has repeated it time and time again. Fear is not in his vocabulary. At their last press conference, he made it clear in front of the world that he wasn't afraid to step up to Canelo, despite him being the naturally bigger, stronger fighter. Crawford stood tall, refusing to back down. He promised that when the bell rings, Canelo will finally realize just how serious he is about proving himself inside the ring.
Scared of shit. And you're going to find that out. As you've seen, the last press
We'll see.
conference,
We'll see.
when I walked you down, when you were supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you're fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's going to be different from you as well. As well.
On one side stands Canelo Alvarez, Mexico's hero and the reigning undisputed super middleweight king. With 63 victories, 39 knockouts, and only 2 defeats, he's battled the biggest names: Golovkin, Plant, Kovalev, Cotto, and many more. Yet the spotlight now burns on his clash with Terence Crawford. Analysts like Eddie Hearn insist this fight isn't easy for either man. While Canelo's size, power, and legacy shine, Crawford's speed, adaptability, and switch-hitting brilliance make him a puzzle few have ever solved. Crawford isn't stepping in just for money or another belt. He sees this as his chance to carve his name into history, to prove greatness beyond titles. If he defeats Canelo, he could become the first man in the four-belt era to hold undisputed crowns in 3 weight divisions. Not even Mayweather or Pacquiao achieved that. The stakes are historic. Still, questions linger about the size gap. Canelo rules at 168 pounds, while Crawford rose from 147. That weight difference could be decisive, but Crawford believes his speed and explosiveness neutralize Canelo's power. Fighters like Frank Martin argue that smaller men can trouble bigger ones, pointing to Crawford's quickness and ring IQ as equalizers. Yet Canelo's resume speaks volumes. From a teenage prospect to a global pay-per-view star, he has built an empire inside and outside the ring. His granite chin, punishing body shots, and counterpunching mastery have broken elite opponents. Calm and composed at the press conference, he praised working alongside Dana White and UFC management, showing confidence and unity heading into the spectacle. But critics exist. Antonio Tarver warned that Canelo's movement has slowed, making him vulnerable to Crawford's sharp adjustments. Floyd Mayweather, who handed Canelo his most humiliating defeat, dismissed him as overhyped. Even Oscar De La Hoya attacked the event, claiming modern fighters lack the edge of past legends, urging Crawford to exploit Canelo's past controversies. Meanwhile, Crawford's camp remains quietly confident. Trainer Brian McIntyre downplays the noise, insisting the real work has already been done in training. With a knockout ratio higher than Canelo's, Crawford brings both power and precision. September 13th in Las Vegas isn't just another fight, it's legacy, pride, and history colliding. So now it's your turn. Who do you believe walks out victorious? Will Crawford shock the world, or will Canelo prove once again why he's Mexico's greatest warrior? Drop your predictions in the comments, hit like if you're hyped, and don't forget to subscribe for more fight breakdowns.